Okay, do you mind grabbing the scale so we can start to get a
So what that means is I'm going to put inside a balloon inside your uterus, okay?
Do the math. I need you to do the math. What do we do?
She was young. I think it was her third baby, and it was about 4 hours after delivery. And I noticed she kind of looked a little bit pale. She said, I feel really nauseous, and that's all she got out. I mean, she totally lost consciousness, almost dropped the baby. So I pressed the call button, got another nurse in there, pulled back the covers, and she was actively bleeding copious amounts of blood.
AWHONN decided to undertake the Postpartum Hemorrhage Project because we saw the startling numbers of women who were dying after childbirth, and we wanted to save lives.
Activated a rapid response, got an ER doctor, ER nurse. You know, we had the postpartum kit was actually on the shelf in the room, so we've got that going. It was a great outcome. Couldn't have gone better, honestly. I just have to say this is definitely, as a staff nurse, this is awesome to me.
Postpartum hemorrhage is a leading cause of maternal mortality in the United States.
AWHONN Postpartum Hemorrhage Project was started in New Jersey, DC, and Georgia because they have some of the highest rates of maternal mortality in the country.
We also wanted to focus on areas that we had a strong AWHONN network of nurses there to help mobilize and energize the project. These regions were areas that we really could focus on and do that.
Postpartum hemorrhage was the leading cause of maternal death in New Jersey.
Particularly here in Georgia, our morbidity and mortality, we ranked 50th amongst all of the states. So we really needed some help.
In the DC area, we see approximately 2 postpartum hemorrhages that are significant, probably every week.
And then here came AWHONN in to help and to support us with a statewide quality initiative program with best practice evidence. Couldn't have come at a better time.
And really make a change in the lives of our patients that suffer from postpartum hemorrhage.
We ended up having 58 hospitals in total participating in the Postpartum Hemorrhage Project. Those hospitals had to apply, and they had to get buy-in from all the participants at the hospital, from administrators to physicians to nurses, all the way down.
And I think that that's a very empowering thing, that, hey, this is my place, this is where my patients deliver, and that goes across the board from doctors to nurses to everybody.
It's really allowed AWHONN to create an expert network of voices around the country to help in the fight to save women's lives.
We found that people can be empowered to make change at hospitals. Nurses specifically are key components, and maybe the key component in making that change.
AWHONN created a supportive environment that was encouraging a better culture as well as better communication.
The main project leaders, as well as the education admin, really stepped in to push the project forward in their hospitals, which really helped the staff, as well as other physicians, anesthesiologists, you name it, to see how important this project is to help the patients.
When you have nurses who have a high degree of suspicion, who are confident in that number they are given, who give that number to a doctor who has the same traits, who's thinking about postpartum hemorrhage, who comes to the bedside quicker, who's willing to use uterotonics quicker than they maybe did, and who's not afraid to transfuse a patient when they need it, they're going to have better outcomes.
We've seen reduction in ICU days. We've seen reduction in the massive hemorrhages that have occurred in those hospitals, and that translates into real lives saved and real harm reduced.
We've been able to intervene much more quickly and efficiently than we did prior to the project.
We've had 1 ICU admission in 5 months. 1 woman was separated from her baby. And I just think that's fantastic.
It was an aha moment for our staff, better than I could do in the classroom, even with some simulation.
I looked at our numbers for 2015. It was less than 1% of patients that had blood transfusions. We had 0 admits to ICU. We're just excited about the future and how we can make things even better.
AWHONN's going to be launching an obstetric patient safety program, and we're going to help nurses become instructors of this program, so then they'll have the skills and the knowledge to be able to go out and teach the program to other nurses and doctors in their area.
This issue was really important for AWHONN, and we really think that we have a key role to play in helping facilitate a lot of these conversations, and we really hope that we're able to continue going forward with other areas of the country beyond these 3 regions.
With programs like this, we are set to move forward in creating multiple programs around the country that can make a difference in saving lives of moms and babies.